Hello, how are you doing?
Very good.
Doing good, huh? Okay, well, I really want to thank you for doing this interview with me. Why don't you tell the people who you are?
I'm Hershel J. Hobbs,
Okay, and where were you born?
Rector, Arkansas.
Rector, Arkansas.
May the 5th, 1924.
You were born May the 5th, 1924. Okay, who were your parents?
John Hershel Hobbs and Ruth Agnes Hobbs.
Okay. How old were you? Well, what did you like to do when you were a little boy?
Play ball.
I heard that you were kind of mean when you were little, too. Was you?
Yeah, they said I was. I built me a flying jenny, and we'd all get together, girls and boys, and we'd fight and play with the flying jenny.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so how old were you when you left home?
19.
You were 19. Okay, is that when you joined the military?
That's when I was drafted.
You were drafted. Okay. So when you were drafted, you didn't know you were going to be drafted. Do you remember what you were doing? Was you working at that time, or?
Yeah, I was working at the cotton gin.
You was working at the cotton gin when you got drafted. You just got a letter in the mail?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So, were your parents, were they scared for you to go into the military?
I don't know. They didn't say anything. Mama cried a little when I left home for the service.
Okay. Well, were you scared to go into the military? Was the war already going at that time, or what service did you go into?
Well, I went into boot camp in Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri.
Okay.
I stayed there 9 weeks, and then I was shipped out to San Francisco and went from San Francisco to New Caledonia.
Okay.
We drawed new equipment, new rifles, drawed ammunition. We got on the boat and went to Guadalcanal.
Okay. So were you scared?
Yes, I was.
You were scared. It was all new, so.
Because there was Jap submarines all through the water. And we had to dodge them to get to Guadalcanal.
So do you feel like you were sold out for what you were doing for the cause for the United States?
Well, I never give it a thought. I just thought about what I had to do, and I just tried to do it.
Well, that's wonderful. Okay. So, how long were you there before you got shot?
I got shot April the 27th, 1945, in the Reservoir District of the Philippines of Manila.
Okay. And you got shot, and then did they take good care of you?
They finally did. I like to bled to death before I got to the aid camp. Then they put me on an airplane, sent me down to the field hospital. They operated on me. Then they kept me there till I became conscious. And then they put me on another plane and flew me back to the base hospital in Australia. And then I stayed there till the wounds got healed where I could walk.
And then you got sent back on the field again, and then what happened?
I boarded Battle Wagon, Missouri. They took me back to the Philippines, and I went back into battle just like I'd been before. And we captured 340 Japs on the north of Philippine Leyte Island, and we kept them till they took the prisoners off our hands. Then I went back to Manila, drawed more equipment, new equipment, got ready to board the ship. We was going to Japan, to Tokyo Bay. We was going to land on the beach in Japan. but it come up a hurricane, and we had a lot of trouble, and they also dropped the first bomb, and was it Hiroshima or Osaka? I forgot which town it was.
It's okay. Okay, so really what do you feel like was the worst part of it all?
Well, the worst part was in Guadalcanal.
Mm.
We had to, might say, fight hand to hand.
And that would be rough. What was the best thing about it? About being in the military and serving in the war? What do you feel was the best thing?
When we got relieved and went back to Manila to rest.
Anything else that come out of that?
No, not that I know of. We
just getting that rest.
Just getting that rest. And we knew we was getting ready to board ship to go to Japan.
What was your life like when you came home from the war?
Miserable. I was nervous and had nightmares.
Well,
I was afraid to, might near to go to sleep because if anybody around me, I'd liable to hurt them.
Mm-hmm. And that's understandable. So, do you think back or have flashbacks to the war or dreams about it?
I still have nightmares.
You still have nightmares.
And I can't hardly stand to go to funerals. It reminds me of my buddies I lost. I carried my first scout, after he got, I put him on my shoulders and carried him out to the back where they could take him and bury him.
And that was probably really harder than most anything anybody's been through. So, okay, I want to ask you, since after you come home and then you've gotten married and you had children, but what all else had you survived besides just the war?
I had 3 types of cancer.
3 types of cancer.
Yes.
And
I had prostate cancer first, and then I had thyroid cancer, and had to be operated on several times. And then I had this, what they call a skin cancer,
melanoma.
Melanoma, yeah.
You had that too.
Yeah.
And then you got into a bad wreck.
Yeah, we was sitting at a red light, and a woman talking on a cell phone run into the back of our car and totaled it out and broke my back and my shoulder, and I had to be flown to St. Louis and went through a bad operation.
So, you've been through a lot.
Yeah.
You are a tough man, and you are a precious man. What do you believe has kept you through all of these, all the things that you've been through as a soldier, as a boy, and surviving the war, surviving being shot, surviving cancer, and everything else? What do you believe has gotten you through all of this?
The prayers of the saints and the good Lord was merciful to me.
Wonderful. So you believe in God, and He's your Savior, and He's gotten you through all of this.
Right.
Well, thank you so much. I didn't tell who you were to me, but this is my grandpa, Hershel Hobbs, and I am so proud of him that he's my grandpa. He has been so good to me all of my years, and he's been not only just a grandpa, but he's been just a good friend, and he's just shown me so much love and encouragement, and it means so much to me, and I love you.
Thank you very much. I love you too, hon.